Here we go.
I'm not ready.
You better get ready. Because we going. Hello everyone, Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live stream Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition online role-playing adventures. I am joined as always by my wonderful friends, Chris, playing Valrobin the Eladrin, Bard of Eloquence.
Wow, I did the salute too early, I had to pause.
Wait for it. Heather playing Frey, the halfling barbarian of the Beast.
Hello.
Rochelle, hopefully joining us later, playing Celeste, the half-orc Sun Soul monk. Raymond, playing Edmund, the human alchemist artificer.
Yes, I am.
And Reese, playing Thimbleweed, the gnome swarmkeeper ranger.
Hello.
Hey. We stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday evening. Watch all of our D&D live series, as well as reviews and Let's Plays on my YouTube channel. Read weekly session recaps at roguewatson.com. Watch my behind-the-scenes, no players allowed live series Crafting Icewind every Thursday. Head on over to our live post-session discussion Frostside chat after our show tonight. You can also listen to all of these live D&D shows with the Rogue Watson podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts. You can follow me on Twitter at Rogue Watson and join our official Discord server with invite link in the description below. If you would like to support the channel, please check out patreon.com/Rogue Watson. Shouts to new patrons this week, Lachlan Baird. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net. For video chat, we use Discord, and for streaming, we use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. Music is by Kevin MacLeod, and our amazing original character art was done by Jimmy McClure. I think we just got a patron during our intro, too, so I apologize.
Wow.
I'm not that quick. You might have to wait till... No, wait, it says on my thing. Kyle! Shout out to Kyle. You made it in there. You just fucking...
On the wire.
You really squeaked the tires on that one. Previously on Icewind Rime of the Frostmaiden. Yep. In the East Haven Ferry, the Marshals found two maps. A regional map of Icewind Dale revealed a new location nestled in the mountains to the south, labeled Sunblight. The other map showed the town of East Haven, highlighting the town hall and pointing out a Chardalyn statue. An attached note revealed the Duergar's plans to steal as much Chardalyn as they could before escaping to the Duergar fortress. The Marshals short-rested in the ferry, then headed back to the town hall as night had officially fallen, though it was always dark now in Icewind Dale. They failed to find any tracks, and the front door didn't show any signs of forced entry. Edmund drank a potion of flying, and he and Frey crashed through a third-story window, while Valrobin teleported inside the first floor through a window to let the others inside an administration office. Nearby,
I crashed through the window. He just kind of came through after I was a projectile.
True. Yeah, I was trying to be concise, but that is what happened. Hearing the sounds of metallic clanging and the muffled voices of dwarves. But it was Frey and Edmund who would act first. Coming down onto the second floor, they passed a window that revealed the large statue room, with the dwarves currently hacking away at it in their enlarged forms, as well as one in a mechanized suit. Frey leapt through the window. See, I did call you out on that one. With Edmund acting as a parachute, and the other three soon followed suit. Frey leapt on top of an enlarged Duergar and sank her enraged claws in his head. Dirth Sunblight failed to mind control anyone as Edmund yanked him off the railing with a thorn whip or vine whip? I think it might be vine whip. Spell. Yeah. Thimbleweed fired from the safety of the other room while Celeste ran in to engage the enemies, while Robin shot one Duergar with a trank dart, knocking him unconscious while healing his allies. It was a bloody, protracted fight, but the Marshals were unprepared for what came next. The destruction of the statue released a powerful arcane creature from within, a living Bigby's hand. The hand crashed painfully into Frey and grabbed onto Celeste, but Edmund trapped it within one of his Chardalyn bands of binding, giving the Marshals a better chance to hit the powerful new combatant. Finally, the Duergar lay dead or unconscious. The hand was destroyed, and the room was left a destructive mess, but our heroes were alive. Yay.
Yay. We're alive.
Yay.
Hey. But at what cost? What did it cost?
I'm officially not doing anything until we get a long rest again. I'm just going to put that out there.
I mean, I'm going to technically put you guys back on this town hall map, but yeah, the hostilities have essentially ended. You technically have one unconscious Duergar at your disposal, but otherwise it's up to you on how you want to proceed.
We're not leaving any Charlatan in this place, are we?
No, he let me roll last time.
Yeah,
Took it into pieces.
collected.
Yeah, so you were able to collect. Yeah, so that was you basically going around collecting all the pieces that the Duergar had managed to chisel and break off of it. There's still like probably half a statue here that's now kind of ruined and destroyed.
I mean, can we get more pieces from it, or are you saying it's not?
Like, actually, we turn our chisels on it. Somebody hop in that machine that the dwarf was in.
Oh yeah, the dwarf, you could see that machine, like the dwarf's body, it like penetrated his skull. It was like, I mean, if you want to take that for a ride, then
Who wants to get their skull penetrated?
Not again.
That sounds like a terrible tagline for a really bad B movie. Skull penetrator.
Not again.
Yeah, not again. That was the line. We're gonna say this is as much Chardon as you're gonna be able to acquire from this statue. You guys got a pretty good
I think I got 7.
raw material. Yeah,
Okay.
you rolled almost a maximum that I allowed you to roll, in fact. Very lucrative.
Is there some way for us to dispose of what's left of this statue? Because I kind of feel bad about leaving a Charlatan statue in this place. I mean, I guess it wasn't hurting anybody necessarily. At least not that we know of.
You can see
maybe
there
it
was
driving everybody crazy to burn people alive. Maybe that's what was going on.
You can see, this is a funny shout out to crafting from like 2 weeks ago. There was a velvet rope around it that had since been trampled and knocked over by the Duergar. So it was protected by the magic of the velvet rope. Nobody crosses.
Oh, okay.
Nobody crosses the velvet rope.
Maybe then we just put the velvet rope back up around this destroyed statue, clean this place up spotlessly, and leave and act like nothing ever happened. And then they just show up to work the next day, and
It's just
there's half a statue.
half destroyed. Yeah, vandals.
Well, then what do we do with the incapacitated Duergar? Do I get to kill it then?
Do I get to kill it?
I mean, yeah, that's a good question. We probably want to like at least talk to him a little bit, especially about where the Sunblight, the place that's named after the people.
Yeah, you absolutely can. You want to do that right here?
Yeah, I guess. Otherwise, we're just kind of traipsing off somewhere else to do this. But I'm not sure where we're sleeping tonight. I don't think we've got a room anywhere or anything. So
Poor adventurers. I'm not sure where we're sleeping tonight.
Back to the boat with us.
we can go back to the boat. Yeah.
You guys can fucking go to a place and sleep. I'm not gonna make you sleep in the Duergar's den.
All the
Out on
hotels
the
are closed.
frozen
Yes.
water. I don't
Do we
know.
need to slice open the Duergar and use him for warmth?
Jesus.
Mhm.
I feel like that's where we're at right now.
Unfortunately, they shrink back down to normal size, so it would take a large number of Duergar.
Maybe just
I
take
mean-
Not
turns.
real.
Yeah.
There's a
Thimbleweed might
few
be-
of them out there. We can make like, a stole and then, little.
Good lord. I mean, if you want to go back to the ferry, I'm not going to stop you there either.
I think we can do this here. I don't think it matters whether we interrogate this guy here or there.
I'm up with the velvet rope.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do with him afterwards. Like, we could just give him to the city guard or something.
Give him to the
But
crazy lady. Tell him that he's a wizard.
there you go. Let's give him to the mean druid lady.
hmm We caught you a wizard. He destroyed your statue.
I don't know if I want to perpetuate.
I was gonna say you're
Wizard
just gonna
behavior.
you're enabling this. I think Celeste is technically still large. Does it last for an hour? Did we say? Depends on how long you guys end up just chatting here. But
I think so. Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure she's still large for the moment.
Well, let's say that while we're interrogating this Duergar, she is madly scrambling around cleaning this place up to its former state.
Okay, that makes sense.
Putting the velvet rope back up.
Yeah, it probably made a horrible mess
debris.
because they weren't. Yeah, they were just hacking the statue apart. So it's just little shards and pieces of chatelaine and shrapnel everywhere.
Yep, sweeping up all the exactly. Yep.
Velvet rope on the ground. Yeah, that's cool. And at her size, she can probably do that pretty effectively. Or maybe it's harder. It's kind of hard to say.
I don't know. Her mop would grow at the same size that she is, so it would be like a single sweep and it's gone.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so she does that.
Yeah, and let's talk to this Duergar.
Okay. You can feel free to slap him awake or whatever method best.
Yeah.
Suits you.
I'll slap him.
Yeah. You guys have bound him, I presume.
Let's say yeah.
He wakes up and splits.
Yeah, just takes it off.
Okay. He wakes up and looks around. First thing he does is kind of look around fervently, thinking the fight is still on, and then sees his dead compatriots everywhere. The statue shattered. A giant half-orc mopping up the remains very energetically, and just kind of stares daggers. And you can see from his eyes that he puts two and two together pretty quick, and he kind of has some recognition in his face.
Good morning, dear boy. Your friends are incapacitated, as you can see.
Oh, kill them, just like you killed the others.
It was mostly me.
It was mostly her. And it was self-defense. You all are invading others' land.
It will be our land soon.
Yes, well, in the effort of that cause, you will inevitably invite conflict, as you have here.
He actually kind of nods at that. And by the way, he's speaking Dwarvish, as we've gone over before. So he kind of nods and says, "Yes, conflict is welcome. We did not expect the towns to fight back with this much power."
Yes, well, surprise.
You are not from here.
Some of us are. These two are, I believe.
Yeah. Well, let me give you some warning. Leave this place.
We intend to, or at least some of us intend to, I suppose. Just as soon as this curse that has beset the land is lifted.
Not
I don't suppose...
curse. It is a blessing, a gift for my kind.
A gift from who, exactly?
We do not know. It doesn't matter.
I see. Well... I don't have anything else to say to him, really, except let him ask questions. I'll cut right to the point. Your leader over there was headed to a place called Sunblight. We wish to know more about it.
He hesitates a little bit about that.
Frey slaps him again.
He hisses.
No. She hisses back.
Yeah, he actually does kind of have a little bit of fear in his eyes at you. You can tell that your reputation is starting to precede you. And when he notices his boss dead over there. Sunblight. It is fortress. Our grand Forge.
Grand Forge, yes, and your leader, this Father Sunblight.
Zardarak Sunblight, our glorious warlord, will usher in all of the Duergar to sweep this land under his gauntlet.
They're
He will
stronger
do
than you.
so. He will do so from this fortress Sunblight of yours.
He kind of looks at you.
Do we have any questions about the place? I'm trying to blank on what to ask him.
Ask him if the other son arrived back home, bloody and bruised, missing a couple fingers.
Oh yeah. I suppose he must have whatever that one was named, but yeah, this one's brother. The other princeling. I suppose you've heard word of what happened to him, yes?
Nildar told us of what you've done, warned us of your coming.
Much good it did you?
Not quite fast enough.
Not quite. And what has happened to this Nildar?
Return
home
to
to
the
father?
fortress.
Yes, of course he has.
So they all know about you.
Yes, well, as you've discovered, our oncoming approach seems to do nothing but aid us, so... Very well, then.
Keep your confidence. It will make your destruction all the better.
By what methods might your king and prince destroy us that you have not already tried?
We are only the small cogs in the grand machine. The machine that will destroy you all.
Machine... More dwarves, then?
He glares at you.
A dragon, perhaps?
Roll an insight check.
Okay.
You hit the nail on the head with a damn dragon.
Hold on. Insight. Yes. Okay. $19.
I did not see that roll. Am I lagging?
Yep,
It's
I saw
fair.
it.
Wonder if I need to refresh.
Everybody saw that.
Everybody saw that 19. All right, I may have to refresh. I think I've actually left Roll20 open all day.
I will say
When-
the little spinning circle is still around Thimbleweed, but it's frozen right now.
I
so don't know
see
if
that
that's
too.
on your
Let me
end.
refresh my page. So it'll take a hot second. With a 19, when you mention dragon, you definitely see his eyes flicker with some kind of like surprise and understanding that he can't seem to quite hide from you.
Yes, we are aware of your secret weapon. I don't suppose you would care to elucidate us any further on its nature. How it's going to destroy us and all the rest of these townsfolk.
Same way any dragon destroys its enemies.
I suppose that's fair.
Damn, I still didn't see it. What's going on?
Just have to trust me. Although there's going to be other rolls tonight.
I mean, yeah, we'll see. Let me see if I can roll something.
Saw that.
See that? Okay, weird.
Yep. Huh. All right, I don't think we're gonna get anything else out of this guy. Unless anybody else wants to ask follow-up questions.
Nah.
Explore that dialogue tree.
That's right. Well, my boy, I suppose.
Oh, there I
now
see it.
you-
I saw it. I see it. It's above the Roll20 thing. That's weird.
because you refreshed, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose now you will be spending the foreseeable future with the jail of this city. Enjoy your time and attempt not to aggress the druidess that is running this place. She has a penchant for burning those she dislikes.
He just still glares at you.
Is Heather here?
Now she's got baby aggro. The baby's been sleeping like perfectly all fucking week, and then tonight she just started crying. It's like, oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I would say if Heather was here, she would somehow understand the conversation is at an end and kill the Duergar.
She might. I was straight up gonna take him to like the guards or something,
Yeah.
just drop him off at the jail, but yeah, Frey might just take care of it.
Yeah, that may actually be the case.
All right, we're all in agreement.
Rules by committee.
And it's not like Varro's gonna, stop her.
I can have her do that anytime I want.
Yeah.
Just good cop, bad cop routine. Yeah, I would absolutely allow her to do that if she want to do that. But that will put a finite end on that conversation.
Yep.
And then after that, you all are. But go ahead. If the area is pretty cleaned up, I mean, I don't know if you actually want to move the bodies or dispose of them or leave them.
Now let's pose with the bodies like we're a serial killer. Just put them around the statue in some sort of like ominous shape. Because I don't know what to do with these bodies. Just leave them.
That's the part of adventuring they don't tell you about right there.
Yeah.
Having to dispose of the bodies.
Surely they got staff to do that here.
They got the whole job description is just cleaning bodies out of the town hall.
That's right.
It
They
happens.
visit once a week.
Yeah. It gets really bad on the day before because it's really piled up. You don't want to miss a week on body cleaning day. It gets bad. I mean, you guys can absolutely just leave shit here. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to. Yeah, they'll figure out what happened. Bunch of dead dwarves, a broken statue.
Environmental storytelling.
They'll figure it out.
Pose the bodies into like figurative dance sort of.
I was thinking when he first said that, I thought like a diorama or something where it's like wax figures like in the middle of a scene, or maybe you got them like dancing together or something really macabre. Just
we could just recreate what they were doing.
Yeah.
Just put the axe guy and his like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like an animatronic show.
Yep. Then they're gonna think we're just. Well, I mean, they don't even know what this was.
You were
us.
never
Like,
here.
Yeah, we were never here. This is just some dwarves came
that's
in. And
weird.
Let's arrange the scene so it looks like all the dwarves killed each other. Like there was an internal argument.
Yeah. No honor among thieves.
That's
Waste
actually
a
not
lot
bad.
of time trying to piece it together.
That's
Mhm.
right. Gotta follow the clues.
It's a wizard did it, and then they'll burn somebody.
Great.
Burn
Yeah, how can
somebody
we
else.
frame the druid for it?
Right? Yeah. How do we frame the druid?
All right.
Ooh, I'm gonna do that.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna pull out a piece of paper.
Druid.
Yes, exactly. I'm gonna. Balrog is gonna pull out a piece of paper, and he is
Your-
going to
your name?
forge.
Um,
Ravison?
Ravison, yeah.
I, Ravison, do solemnly
I-
swear
that's
I
right.
murdered all these, and I'll do it again unless you stop me.
Why would she leave such a note?
That's right.
Very passive aggressive.
Right. Yeah. That's the effect. I'm gonna be a little bit more subtle in the cause. All right. Like a note that basically it is as if Ravison instructed these dwarves to come do this.
Mm.
Maybe I'll insult the town speaker in the middle of the note, like just talk about how he's an idiot and she's got him under her thumb,
Mm.
and that with her in charge, the dwarves will never, be suspected or whatever.
Okay.
And I'll sign it. I, Ravison, endorse this message.
I would notarize it as such.
That's right.
Okay.
And I'll just tuck it. I'll fold it and tuck it into like the leader's, like, I don't know if they have jackets or pockets, but
They have something.
yeah, a pocket somewhere. We'll just see what happens.
Sure. All right. You guys can go anywhere you'd like to long rest. You can just go to it. You flash your badges at an inn or something, and
That's true.
I'm
yeah.
sure there'll be enough room somewhere. They might not be happy about you guys coming in at the dead of night, but otherwise you guys can go sleep at the ferry in the bedroll that Duergar's had.
It's like
seems very uncomfortable, but you do you. It's like you're in the military and you can't sleep on like beds anymore. You have to be like on the floor.
That's right. Yep. On the icy wooden
Yeah.
beds of the ship.
It's too soft. And then we can level up to 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It is a good one. It's probably
I'm excited.
the single biggest jump in D&D, I think, level 1. Probably the one where everybody gets their subclass. I guess is pretty exciting too. Good.
Is it not for the alchemist?
Yeah.
Not a good one for the alchemist. Interesting.
It's all right, I guess. I mean, maybe, but we'll get to it.
All right. Let's go with Thimbleweed first, since you said he was excited.
I get
level 5.
2 attacks now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now you get to wait even longer.
That's right.
That's the exciting part.
Does all of your stuff trigger on multiple attacks? Have we checked any of that?
We have not checked that.
Okay.
But I mean, it's an extra attack action.
Yeah.
An extra attack. So I assume
It just depends on what the other thing says. If the swarm thing says like once per turn or something, that'd be the only clarifier. Because sometimes they'll, like sneak attack has that as a clarifier in there somewhere.
you're right. Once on each of my turns.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Your piercing feat, I believe, is every time, though, right?
No, it's once per
No.
turn.
Oh, it's once per turn also. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta read the fine print.
Yep.
That one I knew.
Okay.
Swarm. Yeah. So yeah, get the extra attack at level 5. I get access to level 2 spells. It's a great day. So I have access to, I think, automatically either Beast Sense, or that's from my subclass.
Ah.
I get access to that. Or the one I chose was Magic Weapon. It's a nice little bonus action. I can make my weapon slightly better.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is nice.
That's an hour, too.
Yeah. It is concentration, but the bonus action part is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's true.
So yeah, that's basically it. The extra attack part is huge, and the level 2 spell is pretty cool. So yeah.
Now you can become the goat if you wanted to.
I was just reading that, yeah.
See through the goat's eyes.
And hear what it hears.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you can't control him, so if the goat wanders out somewhere, you're just seeing with it.
Yeah, you just like ride along.
Yeah.
They do have to be willing. I guess you always have to convince them to mind meld. All right, show me some hit point gains. Show me those gains.
Gains. 1d10. Okay.
Not bad.
7's pretty
Not bad at
solid.
all. That's good. Plus 2 for Constitution, so that's 9.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it, really? All of my other characters, I feel like I've been...
Yeah,
cool.
you've had a lot. You've had some pretty beefy characters before.
All right.
Although
So,
Ranger's a
yeah,
D10, so that's crazy.
That's pretty awesome. I
It is
enjoy it.
nuts. the back line.
I mean, considering most rangers are known for their like ranged attacks, it's
Yeah, exactly. It's a little silly sometimes. But yeah, it brings me up to 43 hit points.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Fun fact: who is the only character who's never gone down in this campaign? He's a hard motherfucker to hit and get and kill.
Yeah, he's got a D10 and he's in the back.
Yeah, like, exactly.
Plus, I have my storm to move me around.
Yeah. Exactly. Mr. Edmund Ulrich, tell me about your boring artificer level 5.
My turn already.
Are you not ready yet? You mean to get everybody else at the table and come back to you?
I'm ready. At level 5, I get an artificer specialist feature. It is alchemical savant. I was trying to understand it. I think I got it. But you've got a masterful command of magical chemicals, enhancing healing and damage you create through them. So if I cast a spell using your alchemist supplies as a spellcasting focus, so I think that means it has to have a material component. Like, I grab something from my supply bag. So I can only certain spells with material component gain this bonus.
I don't think we ever paid attention to that, though. I think it's just any spell you're casting with your focus. I wouldn't really worry about the fine print of the materials.
Oh, if that's the case, then you might regret that.
Well, I'll say this. In our house rules literally specify this, where we don't give a shit about materials unless it specifies the material has a cost. Because some things say like, hey, this expends a 100 gold piece diamond or something, because it's meant to be a more rare thing. So if it does have a specific cost with the material, then we do have to care about that, because that's part of like the game's balance. But otherwise, if it's just like string of incense or something, like I don't give a shit about that.
Well, it's not the fact that I'm using it or consuming it. It's that it says it only works if you're using that item as a spellcasting focus.
Well, a spellcasting focus. Well, I guess that's true.
I think the focus takes the place of using materials too, is the idea. Even though it's your alchemist tools, that's the focus.
Well, that's what I read in one site. But basically, I get a bonus to one roll of that spell, and that roll has to either restore hit points or be a damage roll doing acid, fire, necrotic, or poison, and the bonus equals your intelligence modifier. So basically, I get a +3 if I do acid damage.
Oh.
Okay.
Is what this does.
Yeah.
But like I said, what I read is it's only material component spells. So I've been rearranging spells to try to choose some of that materials, but there's not too many. I also, so just to recall, but artificer number of spells is intelligence modifier plus half your level rounded down. So I'm still at 5. I'm still at the same number of artificer spells because 2.5 rounded down is 2. So I'm still at the same. Next level, though, I get 1 extra spell to learn.
Man, that's strict.
It is pretty strict. But I do get an extra first level spell slot, and I also get 2 second level spell slots now.
Okay.
So
do your spells
I
more
can,
often.
yeah. So I mean, I guess this is cool that I made it out to be, but I forget what it's called. Here it is. But there is a list of alchemist spells as well.
Look at you printing papers out.
These are like automatic spells you get that don't count as that number of learned spells.
Oh, yeah.
So at level 5, I learned Flaming Sphere and Melf's Acid Arrow.
Oh, snap. Straight up combat spells.
Yeah.
And both of those are level 2, and both of those also have that material component. So I think that's what makes the savant a bit stronger.
Right.
Okay.
Make your acid more acidy and your fire more fiery.
Right. So that is it. And then did y'all? Oh, he already rolled, didn't he?
Means I need a Flaming Sphere token again, which I think we've used one in every campaign. Seems to be a popular one.
Now, is Character Mancer easy to do, or should I just give up on it? I feel like
I always do the Character Monster, but I know some of you guys don't, so it's whatever you want, honestly.
I already did it earlier. I just didn't do the HP as part of it, and I just I'll do the HP now. But
oh wait, how do you go through the Character Mancer?
On your character sheet, under the gear icon on the top.
Yeah.
Bottom right.
Okay.
There's a launch level plus character mancer.
Mm-hmm. Just walks you
Let's
through
take-
all the steps for leveling up.
Oh.
5. That's your average.
That is your average.
Lame.
Yeah.
Okay, so Savant pops up, and then all this spell stuff messes up. I'm trying to break it. Oh, I decided to take a level 2 spell, Dark Vision. I can have Dark Vision for 8
Nice.
hours. I know. This whole campaign is in the dark.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
Yeah, I think you're one of the only ones that doesn't have access to that too.
So I figure, it's going to use up a second level spot, but
Mm.
Just
At
put
least I
it
can
on every
see.
day and just be like,
At least I can see.
Just give me that dark vision.
Yeah.
So I took away one of my first levels to use up a second level to get Dark Vision. All right. Okay, so my hit points are up to 41 now. Let's see if I apply. Okay. And our proficiency bonus goes up for everybody. So
Sure
that's
does.
nice.
does.
Everybody
That's
gets a
actually-
straight up +1 to all the shit that you like to do.
All right. And then
Yeah.
a special couple other things that I get to do. One is decoding that book, I suppose.
Yes, sir. What was the
but I
rules for
forget.
that? God damn it. One of us needs to remember.
I
Surely you wrote them down somewhere.
Yeah, let's say so.
I don't remember what this book is called though. I can't find it.
It was the book that the wizard they arrested had on him. It was like a generic travel guide, but it had like coded messaging written in the margins. It was a DC 15 investigation check. You need 3 successes, and you've done 1 so far.
Okay, so I can investigate right now.
Go for it.
All right.
Yep. Yeah. It's a new day. We've long rested. That is a success.
Boy.
And then the next thing I'd like to do is craft Shardlin. I forgot to do it my last long rest.
Oh yeah. Okay. He's busy over there during his long rest, man. You guys are like
Seems to be-
chilling
that
on your
seems to be-
phones and just he's over there fucking working.
All right, so it says
It's a montage of him just
That's
pouring over
right.
notes and making,
He doesn't sleep.
Potion,
Like the rest of us are
yeah.
sleeping. He's just
and yet still gets the benefits of a long rest.
yeah.
oh, I can do one during a short rest. Damn it!
Oh.
Here I am wasting all this time. I could have been making stuff.
Is that
Alright.
yeah? Because I think it's number of successes, and I think you can do a certain amount of.
It says 1 check during a short rest and 2 checks during a long rest.
There you go.
Okay.
So anything that takes only 1 check, you could make on a short rest. Yeah.
Got you. I'm gonna make some more Pokeballs.
Oh,
So-
I should have limited that. That's gonna fuck me up so bad.
Uh-huh.
Those Pokeballs.
I know. Well, they are once per day. They still require an attack roll, but yeah, the fact that you can just make multiples is
But when
gonna.
you
He's
have
just gonna have
7 of
like.
them, it doesn't
I
matter.
know that's true. He's gonna have like 7 of these things.
I'm gonna pull my belt out and you'll see all 6 of them. Because you
He's
only
just
carry
developed
6
a
max.
new class. Yeah,
Pokemaster.
the Pokemaster class. Except he doesn't actually get the creatures.
Right. He just traps them.
I only got 1 this time.
Ooh, that was only 1 success. Okay.
So
Now that does cost you money. Are you deducting the money when you're making them too?
when I make it, yes.
Okay.
I'm just consuming gems and money, so yes, I am.
Okay. I'm not keeping track of any of that, so.
I am.
Excellent.
But only I succeed. You said if I fail, it's just a waste of time, but
Yep.
it doesn't cost money to fail.
Yeah, I pretty much use like MMO crafting rules essentially at that point, which is like you can, yeah, it only deducts when you actually succeed. You can also do your potions, since we determined you can do that when you first make the potion. When you long rest, you can roll for what you're making.
That's right. So let's find out. I know lots of making of stuff.
He's
Yeah,
a busy
you-
beaver over there, man.
That's a lame one.
That is kind of lame.
What is? Oh, your speed increases by 10 feet.
For an hour, I can walk faster.
I'm 30% faster for the next hour. These gains.
Yeah, I'll just roll a second one.
Using a spell slot?
Flight. Yes.
Flight is a good one. You've done great work with the flight.
What he wants.
How many times has he gotten flight now? It's like a third time, I think.
Like,
Mhm.
I would guess like 4 out of 8 times he's done this, he's gotten flight.
Yeah, I think so. I should, you know what? I should have been writing these down. That'd be a fun stat to learn. Like, out of all the times he's done these, which potions has he made? Someone from the chat maybe might know.
So yes, I will use. I will use extra spell slot for that.
Okay.
And that is the end of my turn.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn. It's the end of your long rest.
10 minutes later.
10 minutes later. I love it.
Jazz has a good point. Give it to the monk. Make her speed like fucking 60 miles an hour.
She's already got like an 80 speed or something. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turn her into the Tasmanian devil.
Truly crazy. All right, let's go to Valravn. What is a bard? Eloquent bard get at level 5.
A bard gets a better bardic dice.
Better bardic dice.
It is now a D8 instead of a D6, which will help the inspiration as well as the uninspiration, the cutting words.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he gets the thing that I'm excited about. The important thing is the ability to get all your bardic dice back on a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I'm gonna be tossing those things out like candy.
Yeah. Yeah, because you have your character sheet says you have 5 of these.
I have 5. It's
per short rest is nuts.
Yeah.
You could use almost like 3 or 4 per encounter. Like just not even thinking about it.
Exactly.
Wow, that's a whole lot of reciting for you.
It's right. It's And then I get 3rd level spells, and I can replace some spells. And I have, I've gotten rid of heroism, and I've gotten rid of, oh shit, I can't remember. Oh, I got rid of sleep. Sleep is already probably past its usefulness.
It does not, it does not scale very well.
22 average HP. Like I'm not gonna put too many people to sleep anymore with that.
So
it's almost like more of an
time. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say it seems more of like an RP thing at this point. Like if you have to calm people down, like non-combatants, but like people in a room or something, or like sneaking through an area. Yeah.
I was gonna say, going back to the bardic dice, you're gonna be tossing one out and be like, "Have I ever told you the time?" Yes. We've heard it before.
He's just cycling through the same dozen throws over and over.
Yeah, because new shit's not happening that much more often.
Yep.
Remember that time Edmund threw Frey through that window? Yes, we've heard it 4 times now.
I'm still rewriting it.
That just happened yesterday.
Yeah, right.
The inspiration dice turns into a D2 at that
That's
point.
right. Yeah. It's not a good story anymore, man.
I have to start imposing penalties in the same story.
That's a DM challenge. If you hear the same story again, you impose the penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta keep Chris on his toes.
Yeah. And then for spells, I'm taking slow, which makes everyone slow in a 40-foot cube, wherever I want. -2 AC, dex saving throws, disadvantage, and they can't use reactions, and they can't use multi-attack. They can only attack once.
Okay, we haven't seen that one used too often. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think they can't. It says they can't use an action and a bonus action. They got to choose one.
Okay.
I took tongues, which seems logical. Valravn wants to talk to everybody.
Yeah, we haven't seen that one before.
And
useful.
Dispel magic, which should be useful in general.
Yeah. Will seem appropriate for you.
Yeah. All right. And my
Are you the only? I guess you're the only pure spellcaster then, because usually these are a lot more spellcaster. I mean, we did go over spells. You're the one who actually hit 3rd level.
Yes. Yeah, I'm the only one that's got a 3rd level at 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just got 2, so yeah.
Yeah. So did
which
Edmund,
means
I think,
rangers and artificers are on the same
the half caster
spell scaling.
I think paladins.
I'm a big dum dum.
But why? Wise. You're wise though. I think you're wise. That's what.
Am
I though?
Wise enough.
Oh.
That's not a good hit die roll.
Now you have to take that with the new rules.
That's right.
That I just now imposed. Well, you're not catching up on the hit point wise anytime soon.
No, I'll take my 5, and plus 2 is 7, which takes me to 38.
I actually have 45. I miscounted earlier.
Oh.
It's just like I must have more hit points than this. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I added the 7. I forgot to add the 2 Constitution as soon as I said it.
Oh,
I
right.
swear. I swear.
10 minutes later,
I'm not
I
following up,
miscounted. There
so
were 2 more.
he could just give himself 10 more hit points. I don't. Man,
Yep.
Reese is really hard to kill in these games.
His HP just keeps going up. I don't understand.
Remember when I critted my HP dice every single time I leveled? That's crazy.
70 hit points seems like a lot at this level. Now, I got all these bonuses.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
All right. Well, you're probably safely bringing up the rear. Let's go. Edmund's testing on a green flame blade. Frey, you're back.
That's me. I had baby aggro.
Baby, I know. I was just saying that. She's been such a good sleeper all freaking week. And then, of course, Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about level 5 Barbarian of the Beast.
Level 5. All right, don't launch the level 1 character mancer. Do the right one. Hope I did the right one. Looks like I did the right one. Level 5. Frey finally gets to hit something twice with her axe. So now you're gonna have to start adding hit points to things if you want them to last longer than 2 whacks.
Yep.
Especially when she's pissed off.
Everybody in AC of 20, that worked pretty well too.
Yeah. And then I also randomly get 10 more feet of movement. So that was a little
You
different.
fuckers and your movement.
Yeah.
God.
Just running
Edmund
around
just
full
rolled a
speed.
potion that gives people more movement too, in case you somehow needed that.
We're twitchy. And then the obvious proficiency bonus upgrade. So yeah, that's about it. That's all she gets for 5.
Did you get the extra rage, or was that a different level?
That's at 6.
6, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, if you want to go ahead and bump us to 6, I'm not going to complain. I could use a 4th rage.
Gosh. That extra attack is going to be so scary.
2 folks with extra. Our 2 primary DPS dealers are.
Yeah.
Wow,
So-
I rolled poorly.
Oh, yeah, you did. Oh, on a D12 too. That's disappointing. Take that average.
I guess I haven't hit.
I think the only one to go over was Reese this time. And it was just
by 1.
barely, yeah. Not too good on the hit points this level.
I only gained 10 hit points this time around.
Only 10.
Only 10.
Gap's
So
gonna
I
start
get-
widening.
And I have 64 hit points.
Wow. You're gonna,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
gonna double.
I forgot to add something in. I have 65.
Shucks, fuck you. No second. I don't think so.
I haven't told you about my gnome bonus today.
Those fucking hardy ass gnomes. Everybody knows that. You can withstand anything.
Only one's named a thimbleweed. Yes, my movement is now 40, by the way.
Yeah.
Wow.
That would be impressive. We didn't have a monk that could move at like light speed already. But who needs range attacks when you all can just close into enemies in a fucking single bound? It's crazy. All right. Well, we will save Celeste for whenever she is around. And I'll put you guys back on the... I guess I'll put you guys on the Icewind Dale map. You all are currently at East Haven. You have been given the location for what was confirmed to be the Duergar Fortress of Sunblight. You can see that far to the south. You were also given the message by the speaker, which is a message from the speaker in Bryn Shander, encouraging you all to return there because the wagon that you all had commandeered from the goblins way back in session 1 has been refitted, cleaned up.
Now, to be fair, we did not steal anything or commandeer. We reallocated someone else's assets.
We no longer
Sure.
needed them. It was
Yeah.
They're now a negative on their financial sheets, where we've gained assets on our financial sheets.
Cut to a goblin just crying at a desk. Says, oh god, how will I balance these books? As well as a note to follow up on a message they received. Let's see, what was the actual quest?
We don't know.
Yeah, a goblin messenger that was captured by their guards, carrying a declaration of peace from the goblin chief. The message requested to send delegates to conduct treaty negotiations, which does not at all sound like how goblins speak or act. So they all thought it was extremely suspicious and weird. But she was hoping you all would return there and follow up on it.
Do we know where that is? Karkolohk?
The message from Bryn Shander didn't... well, I don't think they detailed the location, but you can presume that if you return to Bryn Shander, they might be able to help you out with that.
Oh, it was on the handout you gave us. It said location Karkolohk.
Oh, okay. Where is the handout?
you just
Whatever
shared
the-
this.
Yeah, you just shared it.
I guess we
Oh.
don't know where we don't know where on the map it is yet.
Yeah, that's
We
what I was
know
asking. I was
the
like, do we know where this is?
Gotcha.
Was it that space that was in between Targos and Tourmaline? Hey, look, I can move the dot.
No, don't move the dots. Please don't move the dots. No, it wasn't that space. You presume it was a pretty good distance away, but you'd be able to figure out the location by returning to Bryn Shander.
All right, Tourmaline, you're moving.
Stop moving the dots, please. Oh god, the cities are moving on the backs of giant turtles.
I guess we go to Bryn Shander first.
Yeah, I think that's what we talked about at the end of the last session, is going to Bryn Shander, getting our wagon, and then, yeah. Well, I think we're talking about... I guess we don't know where the goblins are. They might be very close.
Well, Sunblight's on the map.
Yeah, but Sunblight's on the map, so yeah, we can go grab our wagon and then head to Sunblight.
Yeah. Okay. You all can head out from East Haven, having long rested. You all did the actual long rest thing, right? Regained hit points, all the spells and all that shit.
I did.
I'll just do it on my own.
Road again. All right, we're gonna montage you across because it's pretty. It's not a long. I mean, you guys are making pretty good time on the roads. It's going about 3 miles an hour, so you're looking at maybe it's still a couple hours journey. This is probably one of the longest journeys you've actually done. It's probably gonna take you. Well, what is that? 3 miles an hour at 13 miles.
Math.
Or yeah, it's math. It is math long. Takes several math to get there.
I sure hope the sun comes out soon.
It does not. It's cold and bitter. No more talking animals that you respond to.
No.
Or that
We hear plenty of talking animals. We just don't respond to them.
yeah, you just ignore them.
That.
Yeah, there's some cat calling. It's awkward from some. It's funny because it's from actual cats, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Ray just yells out, "Tell your mistress this," and just flicks them off.
Yep. At one point, well, no, that's
Actually, I have a question,
Go
dude.
ahead.
Now I'm starting. What Heather just said, something occurred to me that I'm not sure if we were supposed to piece together already, or maybe not. Have all the talking animals that we've encountered this far been Ravison's talking animals?
you don't
So we
know.
encountered those wolves that did not sound like, a punk New Yorker.
That is correct.
The wolves sounded like they were, I don't know, possessed with something else.
Prey just makes an assumption that they're all hers at this point. She doesn't know any better.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Okay, here's
You didn't
a
ask
question.
any of that, so
Now, did the squirrel or whatever it was?
a squirrel.
It was a fox, wasn't it?
It was a fox.
Mhm.
Did the fox have the glowing blue eyes that the wolves had?
No.
Okay, that answers my question then. So the wolves were something else. And
This is
Did we ever
beyond
go back and
Louis'
ask that
understanding.
chick about the big stinky man?
oh yeah, which I don't know. For those of you who weren't in the after chat,
Yeah.
did anybody else not piece together that the wizard who burned was the wizard that was at the top of the mountain?
That'd be me. He talked to me about it the next morning, and I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I got that after the fact, after our Frostlight chat, where you guys were like, "No, wait, that was the other wizard." I was like, "Which one?" It was just all kinds of confusion on everyone's end. So I posted that in the Discord, in the players only channel about basically like, "Hey, here's a recap of important facts." Like you guys will, that's easy to lose after months of playing. So hopefully that was able to spell things out a little bit. But yeah, so the wizard,
giant zombie knight out there somewhere without a master.
So yeah, the names and that was a failing on my part too for not reminding you guys. But the name you guys recognized was the same one who had hired those adventurers who had climbed up the mountain, and you all ended up saving one of them, and the others had all been found dead, and had been able to confirm the story with the wizard. The wizard had gone up ahead and had actually murdered like the last one. And it was through her ghost that you like saw these, final events unfold. The wizard always had that bodyguard with him that was completely covered in armor and smelled really bad. And apparently was using like some device to point out something far into the north distance. And that was the last that you'd ever heard of this guy. And then you recognized that name as being apparently the wizard they captured in East Haven and burned. And they didn't even say he had a spellbook on him. They said he was very confused and admitted to not have, or denied having anything to do with any of this, but they already executed him. And all you have to go by is
he's the one whose journal we have now.
Yes,
that Edmund's working on.
Well,
so
it's not
will tell us.
Yeah,
his code bug. Yeah, yeah. Maybe that'll give us some clue on what happened to his zombie knight or whatever that thing is.
One more day.
That was a good reminder. Yeah, so you're still following up on that. That was not meant to be the end of the road of a random tangent. That was meant to be a more mysterious, like, what's going on here thing. Yep.
Okay.
To be fair, there was a lot going on in East Haven, so it was easy for that to get lost in the mud. Yes. All right. Now that we're caught up on that, you all, again, it takes a couple hours, so we're probably midday by the time you guys actually arrive in Bryn Shander. The walled city is a friendly sight from your previous outings, yet the past week has not been kind to Bryn Shander. Fewer people walk along the streets, and more homes and businesses are boarded up. You also see a few crude signs and graffiti espousing renewed faith in Oral the Frostmaiden, which, from what I understand how you feel, you all find that very concerning.
If they're all burning people alive, then yeah. That's. I guess we're not clear right now on whether worship of Oral in itself amounts to, horrible sacrifices.
Right.
Or if that's just the one lady.
Right.
I don't know.
You could make maybe a religion check.
I don't know much about religion, but I can try.
Robin gets down on his knees and prays.
And then gets
you really don't
from
know.
Above. He has been smoted.
Critical one on the religion, yeah.
He mispronounces Oral like 4 times over the course of the prayer. It's all wrong.
Yep. No,
I would say I'd try to give you a help action with religion and things like that, but I have a -1 modifier for religion.
Yeah, for all you know, this is right in our, the Frostmaiden's wheelhouse is all about executing wizards.
Where's your inspiration now?
Yeah, exactly. I should have used it.
Speaker Southwell, Grant. Oh, I meant to have his picture ready. I don't have any of my freaking handouts. Yeah, what are you doing? Going back to NPCs. Speaker Southwell. Greets you all at the entrance, looking grimmer than before. It says, Marshals, I don't suppose you solved our mead crisis. And he looks at you all hopefully.
Solved a crisis?
What was the crisis again?
There are far fewer
Bees.
wasps than before.
There was no mead, was the crisis.
I'd say we help them get along to start making more mead.
Eventually.
That's probably the fairest answer you could have given.
Yeah.
I think
Mead
there was
holes.
a dam of bees that were blocking the flow of mead or something.
Right. We've all forgotten the events already. We're all just like, I know there were bees and
They're
Telephone.
striking,
yeah, that's right. The bees went
There.
on strike.
trying to form a union.
Stupid bees were unionizing, demanding
Your
rights.
mead
So we
might taste a
killed
little
them
different
all.
from now. It might taste a little different from now on.
It turned out the owner was in the pocket of Big Mead.
A really union busting group. That big meeting.
Yeah, for
He's
sure.
taking buzzbacks.
He looks at you all with a very sour expression, so there's no mead then anytime soon. That's a real shame. Things are gonna get a lot worse.
Remind me, we actually killed all the bees, didn't we?
Yes.
Or okay.
Yes.
just so we're clear that there's gonna be no more meat.
At least
The
for
bees are dead.
a long time, they
Well-
have to import more bees
Yeah.
and
Put them
clean
on
up the
stakes
area.
in front of the meadery to serve as a warning to future bees that come there.
That's right. This is what happened.
They'd have to
The
clean.
great,
I mean,
the
yeah,
great bee war.
the great bee war.
I mean, there were probably like baby bees somewhere in a hive that might have survived that weren't.
Yeah,
Ooh,
non-
post game.
We just
Yeah,
left
Welcome
them
back for
orphans and unable to know how to be a bee. And
They vow revenge. He says, "Yeah, we captured a goblin trying to sneak into town. Guard's curiosity saved its life. It demanded to speak with our leader. Demanded." He scoffs. Said she had a message from her chief and wanted to talk peace. Sounds like an excuse to lure good people away to be eaten. And he's saying this as he's leading you all basically through the town.
I suppose that is where your deputies might come in handy then. Marshals.
Yes, I thought it'd be a pretty good job for you folks, but honestly, if you just want to go in there and kill all the goblins, I would be perfectly fine with that, and we can offer a pretty nice reward, because I am done with it.
We are very good at local genocide.
Isolated, but we can do it.
That's good to hear.
Frail to lean over and whisper, "What is genocide?"
Sweet innocent prey.
Yeah.
You know
She's
how there
not a
were
smart
bees,
person.
and now there are no bees?
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, they were very fun to kill.
I believe it's when you find some gin and side with it.
Ah,
It's-
okay. This I understand.
Mixed gin and cider.
That's why we really took down. That's why we didn't let the mead flow again, because we were coming in with the gin and cider business.
Knocking
We
it out
have, we
for
have a logo
competition.
and everything. Genocide. It's spelled like genocide.
Nobody didn't pass that one through marketing first. Just reveals it to horrified expressions around the room.
The drink that would destroy your entire creed.
No.
Genocide your thirst.
Oh dear.
Oh no. He brings you all to the
I'd
stables
try it.
near
Where-
the
Who
I
wouldn't?
mean, hell. Where you see what was once the goblin wagon you brought in has been thoroughly cleaned and refitted, and next to the wagon is Speaker Shane. Smiling proudly, she says, "Marshals,
I just genocided my thirst.
You gotta try some. The Wagon better be stocked. It's got one of those
Immediately
compartments.
Just it's got the marketing things on the outside.
Slide her some money under the table.
Wonderful.
All right.
Wow, it's canonical
I'm
now.
sorry.
Every time you roll up to somebody, I'm gonna have to make a comment. They're like, "Genocide your thirst." What does that even mean? Marshals, I must say your reputation is beginning to precede you.
That's it.
What is this?
Writing it down for.
Oh, thank you. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is it genocide or is it?
Yes, the Nick because it's gin and cider. So
Okay.
it's
But the marketing is still spelled genocide your thirst.
What if we
Yeah,
did it
'cause-
like our original slogan was, or original name was like genocide?
Yeah, that's right. Or a little bit R falls off.
Wonderful. It's going over beautifully. I've already heard wonderful reports from Tourmaline about their mine, and my dear friend Trovis in Karkolohk has finally reached out. And though he said some rather disturbing things about giant dwarves and zombifying mushrooms.
He was a little tipsy. Don't listen to any of those things. He and I had to have a very strict conversation.
Edmund whispers to our group, "We need to intercept the messenger from Mead Town."
Oh yeah, definitely. Can't let that story get out.
Stand watch.
It'll undermine our genocide profits. Can't let them know.
We'll pretend to be the messenger and give only good news from Good Mead.
Does anybody want to recount the exploits so far of your illustrious career? Or how much do you want to say? It seems like she's gotten some reports already.
He knows the important parts.
Yeah, we could fill her in just on the very broad bullet points.
I mean, specifically, she's asking what the fuck about the Duergar, I guess. Also, that's coming out of left field because she was expecting like, okay, we're dealing with this everlasting winter, so we know there's going to be some problems going around. She hasn't heard word from the mead hall yet, but that was obviously a concern. And then the mine she knew about. She has no idea about the dwarf thing.
Yeah.
She don't know won't hurt her.
Right. Maybe we'll just say, well, with this permanent darkness that is afflicting you at the moment, it seems these underground dwarves who were uncomfortable with the sun have found themselves quite comfortable above ground, and as such they are causing a bit of trouble in the townships. But fear not, your trusty marshals are on the case.
Well, that's glad to hear. Can stop these problems before they become too problematic, I guess. I did not expect us to be invaded by the Underdark.
I didn't expect you people to be burning people at the stake either, so let's...
Wait, who's burning what now? What is this?
Always expect to be attacked by the Underdark. That was your first mistake.
You people are all crazy.
We absolutely should fill her in on all of that because we have strong opinions about that.
Mm-hmm.
At least Valravan does. Yeah, that because I don't know what the rules are between these speakers, but he'll give her the same speech he gave that other speaker about like there must be laws that they all share, and burning people alive for being a wizard can't be in their bylaws.
And even worse, she kicked me out of the tribe.
Yes.
I'm on a quest for revenge
personal
now.
affront to Thimbleweed. Her face pales when she hears about this.
I know.
I didn't realize that was going on in East Haven. I mean, I might have expected something like that in Dugan's Hole, but I mean, I can't believe Daneth would allow such a thing. Things are getting much worse than I thought. We're managed to keep the peace around here, but I didn't know about some of the smaller towns, or I guess some of the bigger ones as well.
Well,
And-
should the oral faithful get a foothold here, I would keep a close eye on it.
We're already seeing some messages and whispers, unfortunately, but nothing organized. It's more of people are scared. They're scared of what's going on. They don't understand. They're trying to find a reason for it, and they're trying to find a solution on what they can do. And most people are blaming either their lack of faith in the Frostmaiden or the Frostmaiden's vengeance about something. They're trying to find out what would have such power or motivation to do this to us. We are a toughened people up here in the north, but even we can only bend so far. And we are nearing the point of breaking.
Well, hopefully we can remedy it in the near future, or aid as best we can in the meantime.
In happier matters, I took a great pride in refitting this wagon that you brought us. Welcome to your new Tundra-ready carriage. We've cleaned out all the nasty goblin bits and refitted it with beds and desks. There's a tiny stove, a little fold-up shower, whatever.
We shall call it the Genocider.
We're gonna sell our drink out of the side of this.
That's
this,
great. Yeah,
this wagon.
it's got it plays what's the ice cream truck that Camptown races, and then it's got the open window. Yeah.
Does it have a bathtub specifically for gin?
we're gonna make it in the actual thing, and then use it as a food truck around.
A trash can is fine too.
Icewind Dale. This is what we do now. It's reinforced and should keep you decently warm in case you get caught out there, but I wouldn't advise going on an extended camping trip anytime soon. As for pulling you, and she dramatically opens one of the stable doors. Ooh, do I have a picture?
It's all goblins, isn't it?
It's not goblin.
Polar bears.
It's just like a bunch of balls with goblins inside.
They specifically did not want polar bears
Like
in the
hamster
city.
balls.
I do have a picture.
Ooh.
Well, I've got a picture of a bigger. Okay.
Polar bear hamster balls.
She dramatically opens one of the stable doors, and inside is a giant hamster ball with a polar bear inside. Now,
Yes.
Congratulations, you guessed it. Revealing 4 reindeer with large crescent-shaped antlers, and the antlers actually glow a soft blue in the dim light.
Oh.
This is a picture of a bird.
That's
looks like.
fancy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She says, these are actually native to Icewind Dale, normally not domesticated, but these are a special stock we keep for hauling dignitaries around. Maybe if I need to travel somewhere in style, if we want to impress people from not around here. And I am leasing them all out to you. Please do take care of them.
Of course. This is quite a denouement from our patrons.
They're trained. They will pull the wagon direct where you need to go, and they're trained enough not to flee at the first sign of danger. That's about all they're trained for. They don't usually go too far outside of the roads and 10 towns, so again, just be careful, but they are sure-footed.
This is very kind of you and very generous. We shall make great use of this in our endeavors as marshals.
What are their names?
The reindeer?
Reindeer 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Cagney and Lacey.
There are 4 of them.
Cagney 1, Cagney 2, Lacey 1,
Lacey Jr.
Fantastic.
Name it after those who have died in our journey. Let's name one Hammond. Let's name one
It's never
Guthrie?
damn you. Oh, they shall be named after names that Chris has made up in trying to think that it was a character from before.
That one was Rochelle, but there are others. What are they? What are the
Any
other
character
names
that you all have tried to recollect that has never actually existed in this campaign.
Yeah, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep that in mind for the other three, but now one of them is definitely named Hammond.
Okay.
Yes. Hammond and 3 fillers.
That's right. To be named when we can't remember a name of somebody.
Duvessa, and she says, the other thing I have to inform you, and she pulls out a scroll and hands it to you. As the sheriff no doubt informed you, we caught a goblin a few days ago. It insisted it was here on an important mission. It had the scroll on it, which seems damn odd for a goblin. And this is what the message says. As the leader of 10 towns, the glorious Chief Yarbnock requests a diplomatic delegation to conduct treaty negotiations between our two peoples. As a sign of trust, directions to our fortress home of Karkolohk have been enclosed. Delegates who come in peace will be permitted entry and allowed an audience with glorious Chief Yarbnock. We look forward to building a working relationship in these trying times.
Who the hell gave goblins a brain potion?
Yeah. A dictionary.
Yeah, and she agrees and kind of laughs and says, I also can't imagine a goblin actually wrote this, let alone understands what any of this means. Southwell, our sheriff, of course, thinks it's some elaborate trap, but I'm not so sure. But either way, it's worth checking out in case these coordinates are actually legit. Southwell is offering a bounty to clear out the goblins, but if somehow we can work with them, then that might prove useful. I'm trying to leave all options open.
We arranged a similar circumstance with kobolds recently. I don't see why we couldn't do the same with goblins.
Oh, yes, that's true. I did hear about that. Speaker, whatever his name was, from Tourmaline was...
Name one of the reindeer.
Very... Yeah, put it in the name jar for the reindeer. I really don't remember that dude's name. It was a half-orc. I don't know if we even had a thing for him.
Yeah, the hots for Celeste.
Yeah, right. What was... I don't remember if somebody from the chat's going to remind me. Yeah, the speaker from Tourmaline.
I don't know.
I don't either. Completely lost on me.
Yep.
Old, what's his name?
Is it listed somewhere? Under the...
Maybe. I thought I was looking under named NPCs, but I don't see it there. I don't know if I even had a token for him. Might have had a handout. Ooh, I might have had a handout.
Horace Mastew.
Oris Mastew.
I don't. That rings 0 bells.
Speaker Mastew. I should have had you guys try to come up with it.
Yeah.
Speaker Mastew had a glowing report of how he's got kobold workers in the mines now. Hopefully that will work out for them.
Kobolds seemed amenable.
Yes, they do work. Visit occasionally in Tourmaline. I don't know how much they're employed, but I don't think it would work out if goblins wanted to move to Bryn Shander, just making that aware. You get the feeling that they don't really like goblins. You can't tell. Yeah. They keep using it as a pronoun and kind of scoffing at the notion.
And I might add, we almost negotiated peace between the giant bees and your people.
Yes, we got very close on that one.
One of the sticking points was complete genocide of your people, but almost released them, but couldn't quite. There was a lot of haggling over that last bit.
I'm glad you chose us over the giant bees, then.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. It was more self-preservation. But yes, we are expert negotiators, do not worry.
Well, then you'll be perfect for this job. You
can count on me. Thimbleweed, master negotiator.
Excellent.
Do not worry.
I don't suppose this goblin messenger was well-spoken himself, was he?
You can still talk to her if you want. We've still got her. We're not quite sure what to do with her, honestly.
It
You
might
should
depend.
probably let her go home.
Right, yeah. Are you keeping her prisoner? She is just a messenger, I suppose.
Well, we thought we'd keep her around in case you wanted to, ask any questions, or if she would provide as a guide or something. But
Yes, I
judging by
suppose we
what's in the
should.
message, it looked like the message had the important information, presumably in case anything happened to the stupid goblin on the way, or if, we murdered it, which nearly happened.
Right. Well, yes, we will.
Which means the
certainly one way or
goblins
the other.
thought of that. That's just so odd. They don't usually plan like this.
This is all very unusual. Yes. We will take this goblin off your hands, one way or the other. That sounded more ominous than I meant. I meant we either
No,
let her go. Or
that
we'll
sounds
take her
great. Please remove them. I don't want any goblins in the city. Unlike kobolds, I don't think they have any redeeming qualities. She kind of breathes a few times and says,
She draws a line somewhere between kobolds and goblins.
"Yes, he does."
Oh, that's a weird place to draw the line.
Yeah. I think around here, from what I understand, kobolds are more generally not kind, but they're helpful and they do tasks, whereas goblins, hunt people down and eat them.
Oh, okay.
So kobolds are house elves?
A little bit. At least in this area.
Let's go get that goblin.
Yeah,
Get
Sheriff
that
Southwell,
goblin.
it takes a second, but they, go to the dungeon they've got and haul out this little, very emaciated, looks underfed goblin in manacles. And
Do not feed it for a few days.
It's only... I mean, I'm not gonna... He actually looks embarrassed at this.
Ray will literally punch him in the nads.
He tumbles backwards. He just throws the goblin at you, I don't want this anymore. Just get it out of my city.
He will try to swing at his nads again.
Watch out. She'll punch you in the nuts anytime she gets. It's just a thing she does.
Yeah.
It's a sign of affection, Sheriff.
It's okay, it's okay. She's right. He was a prisoner under our care. We should have taken more care of her, Sheriff. The Sheriff just grumbles and stumbles off, limping, clutching his hands.
She will kick her in the shin.
Ah! Yes, well, perhaps if this is the way you negotiate, perhaps you will do very, very well with the goblins. I imagine this is how they negotiate as well. A lot of kicking. The goblin looks very wide-eyed and just staring around, just like a child seeing a new thing or a place for the first time. Just staring up at the buildings and all of you.
Hello, my dear. I am Valravan Gudatain Lanria at your service. And who might you be?
I gotta make sure goblins speak common. I'm pretty sure they do. Yes, they do. Says, name's Blister.
Blister.
Is that a
Lovely.
surname?
Yeah.
Just Blister.
Lovely.
Big city. Very big.
Indeed.
Should you be Doctor or Mr. Blister?
Just Blister's fine.
Your chief gave you this note, yes?
Yes. Important job. Deliver message to
this
city.
Your chief wrote this note, yes?
Yes, chief. Very, very smart. Smartest goblin.
Oh, yes, clearly. Very well written note at that. How many of your tribe can write?
No, only chief.
Ah, yes.
Has he always been this smart?
Oh, yes. Chief, help us. Move us to mountains. Build big, nice, strong fortress for all of goblins. No enemies can eat goblins there. Mountain help protect us. But
Does
good.
does this chief look like you?
That's what I was thinking.
It's just a man in a goblin mask.
I not exactly like me.
Does it look like any of us?
No. Chief best goblin. That's why chief.
I've heard stories of such goblins before, my friends. There was a story of the recent giant attack events. Rumors circulated of a goblin chieftain leading his people into the woods to safety. So it is not entirely unheard of, I suppose.
I like you. You tell good stories. Tell more good goblin stories.
Oh,
dear,
God.
Come, Blister. Let me regale you.
Ah! It's just no regaling.
Oh, dear girl, I will teach you many words in the coming days. Which brings up another good point. What were your instructions following the conclusion of your task?
She shrugs. Oh, just deliver a message. If alive, come back. If not, message delivered.
Well, consider your task accomplished. Well done, dear.
She beams.
But do we want to actually bring her with us? Like, I mean, it might be handy to have a little.
I think Balravin would want to bring her with him.
Yeah.
Finally, someone to listen to my stories.
Yeah. And I can tell all the same stories over again. Like, these guys have all heard most of them at
That's
this
right.
point. He can start from the beginning.
Yep.
He can tell her, like, the entire history of this party. Like, from beginning to now.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Throwing
Just
that we
pick it.
met some goblins previously.
Right? Oh, yeah. Well, maybe alter that
Maybe we'll
story
gloss over that
slightly.
part of it. We'll skip past the goblin murdering part.
Yeah.
There was
Actually-
an incident earlier.
Yeah,
Then we got a goblin wagon, and it was great.
Yeah. It was fascinating. Maybe I will ask her, though, just out of curiosity, like, if maybe she was aware of any goblins from her tribe that managed to charm some polar bears and drive a wagon, because it seemed like a pretty unusual sight.
Oh. No, that's not unusual for goblins. Goblin tribe in Snowdale, very strong. Yes.
Yes, they commonly utilize polar bears as means of locomotion.
Oh, bears very strong, very powerful. They can eat things that try to eat goblins.
All right, well, in that case, he's definitely not mentioning the story, because it's entirely possible these were, like, the same tribe of goblins.
Hey,
It would have been funnier if he'd been quicker on the uptake. Like, yes, my brother.
That's right.
that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, my brother's wagon, you met him. Yes, but things have been going worse for goblins. It always winter, always night, never day. The animals leaving. More monsters hunting goblins. Goblins have to go farther and farther away. Hunt more dangerous and dangerous. The goblins don't come back. So Chief says we need to talk to the people. So I said message. Mr. Excellent Scout knows how to get all the way up to the towns.
You goblins know how to make mead.
We're in need of a meat replacement.
We only drink genocide. Genocide, you're theirs. Oh shit, word spreads fast.
Have t-shirts made up.
Well, my dear Blister, is it a hard R or is it more of an A sound at the end? Is it a blister like the small wound, or is it more of a blister?
Blister, not a
Hello,
small
my
wound.
Blister.
I don't think you're allowed to say the hard R, Paul Robin. No, nah. Yeah, she actually said, "No, is blister is not wound, is blister."
Okay, blister. Yes, very well.
What's an accent?
Robin's, he's still not sure he's saying it right, but
Yeah.
he's rolling with it.
I need to know to write this down.
Yeah, exactly. Can you write
You
your
spell.
How would you fancy traveling with us for a bit? We have every intention of visiting your goblin tribe. However, we have a few
Errands?
yes, to attend to prior to that engagement. And we could use a terrain savvy individual such as yourself.
She stares at you, and you can see her trying to understand, like, the first of the big words that you said. It just kind of it looks almost painful for her to try to even understand it. But she looks past you and sees the wagon, and she says, "Oh, nice wagon. Look, goblin made almost."
Almost, yes.
So it.
Well,
Would you, to simplify things, dear, and by the way, while Robin on her confusion, he's immediately imagining like teaching her like all these words.
this is that one, like, what is that movie where you have like an urchin that you teach to be like a socialite
right.
or something?
Exactly. This is a new project.
It's a
that he can do with his off
musical, I
hours.
think. Is it My Fair Lady? What is the one that does that? It's a classic. But yes, with a goblin.
Yeah, exactly.
As she's slowly trying to dawn on her, she's like, "Oh, not going back to Karkolohk. Goblins need help. Need help, goblins."
Where is this place? You said there was a map attached, yes? We don't know how close this place is yet. We know we were talking.
Yeah, I've actually officially added it to your map now, as she points it out. And you can see it is to the south, almost near kind of the entrance to where Icewind Dale meets the rest of the world. South of the Red Run River and west of Ten Trail. You can see
chapter 2.
where it's located. Yeah, I can't. I mean, I could change that.
Part of the title.
Map just expanded.
That's right.
Yes,
yeah,
the
exactly.
map is expanded. Yeah, she points it out there and says, "See, Goblin Fortress, far away from peoples. Peoples very dangerous. Don't like goblins. We eat a few peoples. It might be why."
Well, I will tell you this, dear Blister. First
Just
thing,
Blister.
First, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. First part of this negotiation will almost inevitably be the ceasing of the eating of humanoids, but we will get to that.
Well,
Yes.
we don't usually catch people out in the wild. Not too many. Mostly, beasts.
Yes, that's fine. It's natural.
It's natural. Circle of life and everything.
That's right. What do we think? I mean, I don't know if we want to. Now we basically got two major like places to go that are both south. They're kind of separate from each other down in the south end, but
Let's deal with the goblins first. It'll be easier.
yeah, I mean, we got this goblin guide with us.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
picture a
goblins.
comical interlude.
Yeah.
Wait, Blister, can you cook?
Blister, enjoy cooking meat over fire?
Okay. We have a stove. You can cook for us.
Ooh,
Right. Are you familiar with the term house elf?
this very nice wagon looks very familiar.
You will also be responsible for the selling of genocide after the side of the wagon. I hope you're comfortable with that responsibility.
It is a 9 to 5, just to be clear. You get 1 bathroom break. A 15-minute smoke break. And it's back on the clock. She seems to agree with this. Meanwhile, Speaker Shane seems absolutely dumbfounded by all of this in terms of your general kindness towards the goblins. Says, well, maybe you all will be successful in negotiating with these goblins. Afraid I know anything about this chief or anything about goblins other than they have been a complete pain in our ass for as long as we've been here. She just kind of glares at the goblin. Not that we run into them.
So exactly? Yeah.
Well, we don't run into them too often. They usually don't range near the cities, but if caught outside, then goblins have... they just treat like any predator. If it's something they think they can take down, they will. Including
this is primarily
people.
To the south, where these encounters have happened?
Right, yes. He's like, I knew it was somewhere not too far from Ten Trail, because a lot of people just trying to come and go from Icewind Dale tend to get waylaid by goblins often. We didn't know it was in the damn mountains. Stupid clever goblins.
Yes, well, as such, as emissaries of your 10 towns, are there any negotiating requirements you would like to send with us? I assume, first of which would be stop catching and eating humans, but any other points that you would like us to negotiate with?
She pulls you aside from the goblin prisoner and says, I mean, yes, if they were acting in negotiating in good faith, then I would certainly like some sort of ceasefire, especially while we're all dealing with this, but I can't trust goblins to agree to a peace treaty. This is ridiculous. Do you not agree this is ridiculous?
My dear, I have spent 500 years in the Fae at a Fae court.
He's playing his fucking experience card again. He's always doing this.
I have seen treaties between fairies and elves, between sprites and whatever those dryads.
I need a name for the reindeer. Come on. Yeah, a treaty between sprites and 7-Ups. The Great Cola Wars came to an end that day. That is why we have to pounce on our market now.
That's right.
A new player has come to the field.
There can be genocide. There can be no competitive genocide to dominate the market.
I've been planning this for some time.
You would be surprised at the level of negotiations that can be accomplished with the right leadership. Now, I cannot promise that once this current leader dies, that the goblins won't resort to any numbers of horrible acts that they used to do, but as long as this leader that we are going to meet is negotiating in good faith, and he is
and doesn't make any good points.
That's right. About the destruction
then we is easily swayed, I'll be honest. If they offer him half a chocolate bar, he may side with the goblins.
Ride back into town as conquering goblin heroes.
On a wagon, just swing a sword. For the goblins! Now negotiations went poorly, I guess. They gave him a better offer.
It went great for us.
Yeah, part of the negotiations, we had to give thimbleweed over to them.
Yeah, right.
He says, well, that's... you all have exceeded my expectations for so many of you being not from here. I have been very pleasantly impressed by that, so I guess I will defer to your judgment on that, which, by the way, and she actually pulls out, I don't know, bags of coins, but payment for all of you for your ongoing services, and it pays each of you 10 gold pieces.
Yeah, we're getting paid.
Getting paid.
Excellent. I don't know if there's anything I need to buy necessarily, but
Yeah, you guys are...
Well, we're in town.
You guys are in the biggest town in the region, so if you wanted to go any kind of shopping, this would certainly be the time. Shopping
I would like to
montage.
buy health potions.
do they sell health potions here? And are they reasonably priced?
Follow-up question.
I believe I also need to pay to have my concussion taken care of at some
Oh my
point.
god, I'm suffering that for days.
Oh.
Should not let you play football anytime soon.
No. But you have to be in like a big city and needed like a super healer or something.
Yes, there are rules about that. Does anyone recall what our rules are? I forgot you were still suffering from that.
Super healer.
I'm not the only one.
Lingering injuries. All injuries can be healed via greater restoration or better healing spell or service. You also have forgotten you guys can keep trying to do those medicine checks every long rest too. It does expend a use of a healer's kit.
That's true.
But
who was our good medicine person? I don't think
I think it was Celeste.
Was our best.
Yeah. And she has... She's a 3, but I think with her level up it would be a 4, because I think everything goes up.
Yeah, I'll find an actual healer in the town.
I think greater restoration is pretty damn expensive. Yeah, 450 gold pieces.
Yikes.
That's nuts.
So what's the conversion rate for copper to silver, silver to gold?
That's what is it? 100 copper is a gold, I
Yeah,
think. 10 silver is a gold.
Oh, is that it? It's
Is
not
it
10 to 10, 10 to 1, 10 to 1? I don't know.
I feel like we should know this by now.
Yeah.
So much money.
To Google it. D&D,
How much
5e.
is my money worth?
Money conversion.
Carrying around sacks of gold, the money lender, money changer.
It's just 10 up each time. 10 copper is 1 silver.
Except for Electrum.
Except for Electrum, but I don't think we're
Fuck
using
Electrum. I don't know, give people Electrum. Might as well not exist. It's like a $50 or something. So is it 100 copper is a gold then if you're going 10?
No. Oh, yeah, 100 copper is gold. Yes, you're right. If you're going 10 up and then 10 up again. So, yeah, I guess that's the other thing we could do in town is convert our copper coinage to gold coinage.
Indeed.
A converter, if someone wants that. We'll just tell you exactly what it is.
Convert that gold. Also, if people have gems, you can technically sell gems. I think Chris said he was just instantly converting that at the time.
I just presuming that I would exchange them when we got into town.
Yeah. I feel like we had rules at some point about trying to find items to sell, but I think I just rolled for like a limited quantity, maybe. Because yes, it's a big city. They are going through some hard times.
Right.
Bray, roll me a 1d4. That's how many potions of healing you can find for sale as you look around town trying to find stores that are still up.
1. Found 1.
1. Yeah, it's getting pretty low.
1 potion of greater healing.
Things are pretty rare, even in Bryn Shander. Anything else you guys want to make while you're in town?
I
don't think so.
Yeah, I don't always forget what's actually on sale, but I
mean, yeah, anything that's in the players, that section of the player's handbook, basically. There's a lot of adventuring gear.
Yep.
MagSafe battery pack, and this is the Anchor magnetic wireless
Getting good.
charger. The design of the Apple Pack is pretty simple and minimal. It's a little bit.
Wait, I'm hearing
smaller.
somebody's like TV or something.
I assumed it's me, but
Are you opening ads
It
on
was
your?
Raymond.
Are you opening ads on your
Really?
computer?
I was googling like 5e shop or got 5e like items.
Oh,
I was
and
googling
it
that,
pulled
so I
up
thought
the-
maybe there was an ad coming up, but I guess it wasn't me. Okay.
It was really
Um,
just all of us.
Yeah, all of us gonna say that at the same time.
That would be weird. All right, so it's midday right now, so you guys could technically long rest again in Bryn Shander if you wanted to, and just hang out and shop there, or you could travel wherever. Did you want to do the Karkolohk, or did you want to go back to East Haven and go down to Sunblight?
We had urgency to go to somebody last time.
I didn't want to go to Karkolohk though. Karkolohk.
Let's go to Karkolohk.
Karkolohk.
Yeah.
Just go right in the middle.
Which, looking at the map, means we just leave. We go right down the road. We can't decide, or we just leave.
Not going to any of them. Somewhere in the middle.
I mean, yeah, we did have urgency. Well, we had urgency because the dwarves were, right in our faces last time. But
Yeah.
now we got a goblin with us that wants to go home.
Yeah, but the longer she stays with us, the more cooking she does.
Or she'll be indebted to us. That is up to you all. I did start the MVPC poll.
I still think we should go to Karkolohk.
Yeah, go anywhere y'all want.
Yeah, let's go to Karkolohk just because I feel like it's going to be a swifter trip. Like we can just go there. Looking
Kill
at the
some
map,
goblins and get out.
kill some goblins.
Who'll kill what now?
Just.
What? Did I say that out loud?
That's a good plan. We'll kill the goblins and then we'll run off to Sunblight, so that way it looks like the Duergar from the Sunblight did that.
Perfect.
And Valravn will leave another note.
Right, believe it or
That's
not,
right.
Yeah, it'll be a mass
We-
conspiracy. You're like spreading.
Yeah. We, the Duergar, certify
On the
that we
underside.
murdered all the goblins.
I left our calling card. This note.
including the one that was traveling with the adventurers.
That's right.
Marshals. It's just like, what?
Yeah, how would they know that?
So with your wagon, you can travel much faster on the roads, the tune of 5 miles an hour. So we're looking at, let's see, 6 miles.
More math?
Another math distance to go. 9.
Is there a calculator in this wagon? Did they?
They thought of everything except that. 11 miles. We're gonna call that 15 miles to make it all the way down to, assuming you want to take the 10 trail all the way south and then cut along the river.
Yes, but let's ask Blister's
Yeah.
opinion.
Blisters.
Blista says that goblins normally avoid the trail because
Well,
it's typically populated with people. And you notice that the wagon did seem, outfitted for the off-roading travel. But yeah, she's like, "With you guys, we can take the road."
yes. Might I suggest, dear, that you stay inside the wagon should we encounter any bystanders? It might be shocking to see such a lovely creature as yourself on the traveled roads.
Oh, sure. All right, so still on the same day, we can travel, and it will take you about, probably less than 3 hours to make it down to this point in the 10 trail. The only thing that occurs is at about the 2 hour mark, a familiar blizzard comes crashing down upon you, similar to one you had going north. This one doesn't have any spooky, weird people with lights or anything, but it's still a pretty nasty blizzard where you guys have to stop and just kind of huddle up together. And I'm going to need some con saves, but because you are all in a wagon, you can have advantage.
Okay. I was about to say, like, can we all just
Yeah.
on the wagon?
Yeah.
I did say there was a fireplace inside the wagon, so
It was a stove.
Ooh.
We turn the stove up.
Thimbleweed.
Oh,
Cold cuts you deep.
I didn't actually do.
Wow.
Wait, it gets locked outside the wagon.
Let me in.
he was riding on top. We forgot he was up there and shut the door.
Yep.
Yeah. Thimbleweed, you have a point of exhaustion. A level of exhaustion, I guess.
Oh my.
Yeah, from the cold. For whatever reason, it really cuts into you this time, even though you're the one most suited for this region, I think.
I am from here.
Yeah, you are from here.
I have disadvantage on ability checks. No more con saves, please.
Right.
Well, it's not say, it's just ability check, so just you trying to like recall information or do perception or something.
Sticking his head out trying to talk to the reindeer.
Yeah. A reindeer okay? And then you all have to turn west, basically, onto the tundra. And here it gets a little bumpier, and your rate slows down closer to about 3 miles an hour, which is going to take you almost another 3 hours, to be honest. I'll be approaching evening by the time you make it to Karkolohk.
I say we back into the forest and take a nice long rest.
Yeah, maybe we don't want to go to the goblins at night. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's true. You guys can decide. At some point, you do have to cross this frozen river, however, and sure enough, the narrow but frozen river looms before you, and you can see splintered cracks all along its surface.
See, if we wait till the next morning, the overnight time, it's going to be a lot colder. Those cracks are going to fill in with like more ice and snow, so we'll be good. It'll be safer.
Yeah.
At least that's what Pete Delkus tells me.
That's a local weather person.
We can go out and dump water on it, so that way it fills in all the cracks with water. So make it a little ice sheet.
Do y'all want a long rest out here then? Or do you want to?
Yeah, before we proceed. Yes, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Up to you.
The other option we have is
I'm
to cross the
exhausted.
river and hide in the trees. Provides a little bit of more coverage.
Yeah, can we cross the river prior to getting there?
Ooh, better yet, can we ford the river?
You're gonna have to cross the river at some point to reach Karkolohk.
It looks a lot thinner right here by the trees than it does over by the Karkolohk place.
Yeah,
so.
you can definitely spot places that would be more advantageous to cross. And Blister even points out some areas, like she says, river, great defense. Of course, it's usually not frozen over like this.
Yeah.
So she's not, obviously, she kind of says something that should be obvious to all of you, which is that, frozen surfaces on water can be very dangerous.
Yeah, maybe when we are going to cross the river, like which like we're talking about somewhere during that forest section, maybe we all get out, so it's only the reindeer and the wagon crossing at that particular spot.
Yeah, you could do that.
I don't have any magic that can help the ice stay. My prestidigitation do anything?
Essentially, if you go out and lead the reindeer, you should be able to, the same thing as if you were driving them on the wagon. They seem pretty well trained for that.
Right. Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so you're all getting out of the wagon and leading it across The ice.
I think so, unless anyone has a better idea.
Slow, nervous
way to
nod.
me. Yeah.
Okay.
I can chill, warm, or flavor up 1 cubic foot of non-living material.
Flavor it up.
Flavor up that ice.
We're going to Flavor Town now. Spice that ice, son.
It does say flavor up. That's the way the spell's worded.
Does it? Or did you make that up? It's still slippery and dangerous, but now it's delicious.
That's right.
Bleach those tips, get those sunglasses, and let's go to town.
All right, you all carefully lead the reindeer wagon across this frozen river. It's not too far. The actual distance has been narrowed to about maybe even like 40 feet or something, that you found a really narrow, good place to cross. But about halfway across the river, you can see some shapes beneath the ice, kind of flittering about, large shapes. And right when you think to say something, a section of the ice just explodes upward.
Ice shark.
Crashing up. Yeah, ice shark. And a large gaping mouth opens from the water. And I believe that's where we're going to end our session tonight.
Nice. Attack of the ice sharks.
Maybe.
Sand-
Chat, what the
Dinosaur,
fuck?
of course.
All right, chat. All right. Listen.
Good job, chat. Keep it up.
I'm about to pull an
appreciate what you're
executive privilege here.
I appreciate what you're trying to do for us, but literally, if you're voting for someone that's not here, it's just going to call down the wrath of the DM like it's about to.
It is. It is going to call down the wrath of the DM. You guys are going to lose privileges on this poll if that happens again. No, if a player's not here, they cannot earn the MVPC. I'm striking that from the record. As it is, because that's our first infraction, I will still allow the MVPC poll to continue, while Robin and Thimbleweed, you all can roll. But if I see that shit again, nobody wins. I am pulling down the wrath. While Robin and Thimbleweed, you all can roll for the MVPC.
All right.
Had to put on my teacher.
That's right.
Teacher voice.
Chat, if you'd asked me, I could have told you this was going to happen. I could have told you exactly what was going to happen if you were going to do that.
Then we found a spell scroll in that
Ooh.
in the ice, or maybe in the town. You probably got it in town. That makes more sense.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That is all the time we have for this week's session of Rime of the Frostmaiden. Thank you to Chris, Heather, Raymond, and Reese for playing. Thank you to all of our wonderful fans for watching. And thank you to the patrons. Shout out to Platinum patrons Joe, Will, Tiny Dancer, Christopher, Thomas, Captain Mike, Adam, Stan, Nathan, Alex, Cam, William, I'm Loud, Lachlan, Baird, and Kyle. No, Kyle was a gold patron, sorry. And gold patrons, RPG Papercrafts, Pretty Boy, and Yuma, Marcus, Dead Lizard, Lion, Sam, Arash, Lumpy Spuds, Jerome, Skilly, Nick, Farty McButterpants, Blood Angel, Vornus, Babu, Bamboo, Nathan, Fazica, Tortoise, James, and Kyle. Thank you all very much for your support. We're live streaming our D&D adventures every week, and we will see you all next time.
Later.
Don't look at me. I voted for Kodos. I understood that reference. They're all proud of themselves, too. They're proud of themselves. Bye, Reese. I see you waving.